All right, let's start with lesson number one. Don't worry about what other people are thinking of you. That is a very unique lesson. Why would you not worry about what other people think of you?
Well, I spent so much of my career at a distance from people that I was working with, emails and telegrams and cables and occasional phone calls were my connection, my lifeline back to headquarters. And sometimes you get an answer to a question or an instruction that was very clear, and other times it kind of raised more questions than it answered. And I think it's very easy, and that's not just for diplomats. I think anybody dealing through social media or email or whatever your medium of choice is, it's very easy to start to read things into mainly things that people don't say and wonder what they really meant and sort of go off, start playing end games and waste time and invent scenarios that are really quite often destructive and unhelpful. And in fact, people just aren't thinking about you. People are thinking mostly about themselves. And when they leave things out, I think it's a very unhealthy habit to get into, trying to guess, and you're just guessing what it is that they really might have meant or might be thinking about. They are not thinking about you. So go back and ask the question that you have, and don't start getting into that sort of practice where you're second guessing what somebody, far or near but away from you is trying to say, because they probably aren't trying to say anything. It's a form of a great flattery to think that you're so important with yourself or thinking about it to an extent that they simply are not. They may have answered your question briefly and moved on to the next thing, which is usually a good practice in work and business. And, there you are left wondering what they really meant. Well, they probably didn't mean anything. So, it's just, in fact, I learned that lesson. I heard that expression in Australia from one of my colleagues at Amcam, and just, he just said that, it's like they're not thinking about you at all, so move on,